The story of Tsekedi is a window into the grandeur of African wildlife and the challenges faced by the kings of the savannah. Tsekedi was born in 2013, in the heart of the legendary marsh pride, a lion pride that became famous for its exceptional ability to hunt elephants, a feat rare even among the largest predators. The marsh pride was already known worldwide, having appeared in documentaries such as The Return of the Giant Hunters, produced by the BBC. However, behind this fame lay a story of survival marked by adversities like poaching and territorial struggles. Tsekedi's lineage was directly connected to generations of lions that dominated the plains of Savuti and Mababi. In the early 2000s, the pride was reduced to only 2 adult lionesses and 1 young lion, a result of years of pressure caused by human activity. However, over time, the marsh pride recovered and began to grow again. It was in this environment of challenges and resilience that Tsekedi was born. From an early age, Tsekedi showed signs of his greatness. Even as a young lion, his physical build set him apart from the others. He was strong, fearless, and quick to learn the hunting strategies that made his pride so feared. His skills soon became essential to the success of the marsh pride, solidifying his reputation as a promising leader. Savuti, one of the most emblematic areas of the Okavango Delta, is known for its wild beauty and the presence of some of Africa's largest lions. This vast territory is a setting for constant battles for survival, where only the strongest and most skilled can thrive. Among all the predators that have crossed these lands, none were as imposing as Tsekedi, a lion whose size and strength elevated him to legendary status. With an impressive height and a weight above the average for African lions, Tsekedi was a striking presence on the savannah. His imposing stature was not just physical. His life story is a testament to perseverance, rivalry, and leadership. Documented in renowned productions such as Wild Empire by National Geographic, he conquered not only territories, but also the attention of scientists, photographers, and wildlife enthusiasts around the world. Savuti is a place that carries stories of legendary lions for generations. It is a region where the fight for dominance shapes behavior and defines the fate of prides. Tsekedi emerged in this setting as a giant among giants, a lion who defied the odds to become the largest of his generation. More than a predator, Tsekedi symbolized the brute strength and strategic intelligence that characterized the lions of Savuti. His journey began in the legendary marsh pride, a pride famous for hunting giant prey, such as elephants. But his story is not just one of conquests. It is also a narrative of challenges, rivalries, and a mystery that remains to this day. During his adolescence, Tsekedi grew rapidly, standing out not only for his physical strength but also for his ability to collaborate and lead. He formed a coalition with his 2 brothers, Blondie and Pretty Boy, which would be essential for survival and territorial conquest. However, the relationship among the 3 was not always harmonious. Each had his own personality and strengths, which sometimes led to conflicts but also made them an unbeatable force. Blondie, the eldest, initially seemed to lead the group, but a serious injury to his hind leg left him debilitated, delaying his physical development. Meanwhile, Tsekedi grew quickly, assuming the role of the natural leader. Pretty Boy, though not as imposing as Tsekedi, became the second strongest, with a physique that intimidated any rival. During the nomadic period, the coalition faced intense challenges. They needed to survive in lands dominated by other males, often being expelled and forced to seek new areas to hunt and rest. It was during this period that a 4th male, coming from a neighboring pride, joined the coalition. Initially well received, his presence eventually brought tensions, especially when it came to mating with the females. Despite these internal and external conflicts, the coalition remained united. Together, they learned to take down large prey, such as buffaloes, a crucial skill to ensure their survival. This period of difficulties strengthened the bonds between Tsekedi and his brothers, preparing them for the greater battles to come. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's simple, quick, and helps us keep bringing you amazing content. The formation of the coalition marked the beginning of Tsekedi's rise as a leader and central figure. Although it was just the start, he already demonstrated himself to be a lion destined for greatness, leading with courage and strategy. As the coalition strengthened, Tsekedi and his brothers began to expand their domain, engaging in direct confrontations with other lions in the region. The most notable rivalry was with Sekakama, the self-proclaimed king of beasts, who controlled a vast area of Savuti and led a powerful coalition. Encounters between Tsekedi and Sekakama became known for their intensity and violence, highlighting the struggle for control of territories rich in prey and prides. Tsekedi, with his immense strength, played a decisive role in the battles. In one of the most dramatic documented episodes, he and his brothers faced a rival coalition led by Sekakama and Torn Nose, an equally fierce male. The conflict was long and brutal, with both sides suffering severe injuries. Despite this, Tsekedi's coalition managed to maintain their position, demonstrating that their dominance was far from shaken. This victory further consolidated his reputation as a formidable leader. In addition to rivalries, Tsekedi's coalition began to conquer new prides, increasing their influence in the region. They took control of several females in northern Savuti, consolidating their territorial dominance and ensuring their genetic lineage. These years of rivalries and conquests not only strengthened Tsekedi's position as an incontestable leader, but also established his reputation as one of the most formidable lions ever seen in the African savanna. Over the years, Tsekedi continued to grow in size, strength, and influence. Fueled by a rich diet, thanks to the coalition's successful hunts, and strengthened by constant challenges, he became a true colossus. His physical stature was so impressive that researchers and local guides began to recognize him as the largest lion ever seen in Savuti, both in height and weight. It is estimated that Tsekedi was over 1.40 meters tall at the shoulder and weighed about 225 kilograms under normal conditions, a mark that few lions reach. His skull was exceptionally large, rivaling that of legendary lionesses like Queen Sato, known for her unusual size. This combination of physical strength and strategic skills made Tsekedi a dominant force, feared by his rivals and admired by those who observed him. In addition to local recognition, Tsekedi gained prominence in documentaries like Wild Empire, which documented his impressive battles and moments of leadership. Cameras captured not only his physical presence, but also his fearless personality and challenging gaze, which seemed to reflect his understanding of the world around him. During this period, Tsekedi consolidated his dominance over several prides, becoming the center of a complex ecosystem. He was not just a hunter or a leader. He was a protector of his territory, his females, and his cubs. His presence maintained order in the region, repelling rivals and ensuring the safety of his pride. Tsekedi's rise to the title of the largest lion in Savuti was not just a matter of size, but also of courage, strategy, and resilience. He stood out as a true king, a symbol of the strength and majesty of African wildlife. Around 2018, Tsekedi's dominance in Savuti began to be challenged by forces beyond his control. Although he and his coalition continued to fight bravely against rivals and protect their prides, time and circumstances began to weigh against them. Intense conflicts, coupled with aging and accumulated injuries, weakened the coalition, making them more vulnerable. In 2020, during the global lockdown period due to the pandemic, Tsekedi and his brother Blondie mysteriously disappeared. The absence of safaris and the reduction of human activities in the Savuti region raised suspicions of poaching, despite it being a prohibited practice in this area. The silence about their whereabouts generated numerous theories, ranging from natural deaths in conflicts to murders by illegal hunters. Sometime after the disappearance, reports from guides and researchers pointed to the possible presence of Tsekedi in nearby reserves, such as Moremi. A male lion with similar scars and impressive physical characteristics was spotted, but his mane seemed different, probably due to advanced age. Despite these observations, his identity was never confirmed, leaving Tsekedi's fate shrouded in mystery. Tsekedi's disappearance marked the end of an era in Savuti. His absence left a void in the savanna hierarchy, opening space for new coalitions to compete for territory. However, his impact remained, both in his descendants and in the stories told by guides and documentarians who witnessed his greatness. Tsekedi disappeared, but his legend lives on. He represents not only the struggle for survival in the wild, but also the urgent need to protect these animals against human threats. His story continues to inspire those who fight for the conservation of Africa's large predators. Even after Tsekedi's disappearance, his legacy remained alive in Savuti and beyond. He left descendants who inherited his impressive physical and behavioral characteristics. Many of his sons, now nomads, continue to roam the savanna, challenging other lions in search of territories and reproducing their father's resilient spirit. Local guides frequently report sightings of young lions with a robust structure and bold behavior, traits that directly resemble Tsekedi. They point out that Tsekedi's lineage not only perpetuates his physical strength, but also his leadership ability and strategic intelligence, characteristics that made him one of the greatest leaders in Savuti's history. Additionally, his story transcended the borders of Africa, being told in documentaries, articles, and books about wildlife. Tsekedi's journey became a symbol of the struggle of large predators against the challenges of the modern world, such as poaching and habitat loss. He is frequently mentioned in discussions about the importance of conserving species and ecosystems. In the savanna, the absence of Tsekedi also had an ecological impact. His strength and leadership maintained order among prides and rivals, a balance that was broken after his disappearance. This allowed new coalitions to take over territories, but also highlighted the fragility of the ecosystem without its major protectors. Tsekedi was not just an extraordinary lion. He was a symbol of the resilience and majesty of African predators. His life, though full of challenges and mysteries, continues to inspire the fight for the preservation of wild nature. His name is immortalized in the legends of the savanna, a true king who left an indelible mark on Savuti's history. The story of Tsekedi is a testament to the grandeur and complexity of African wildlife. He was not just a lion of incomparable size. His trajectory represents the constant struggle for survival in a challenging environment. In Savuti, a land where only the strongest thrive, Tsekedi stood out not only for his physical strength but also for his intelligence, courage, and leadership. His disappearance left a void not only in the savanna but also in the hearts of all who followed his story. Tsekedi was a symbol of nature's resilience, facing formidable rivals and threats imposed by human activity. His life and legacy continue to be a reminder of the importance of protecting these magnificent predators and the ecosystems they inhabit. Despite his absence, Tsekedi's impact is felt in various ways. His descendants, scattered across Savuti and beyond, carry with them the strength and determination that characterized him. His story also serves as a call to action, inspiring conservationists and wildlife enthusiasts to unite against poaching and habitat destruction. Tsekedi is not just a savanna legend. He is a symbol of the fight for balance and conservation in the modern world. Protecting the memory and legacy of lions like him is essential to ensure that future generations can experience the grandeur of African wildlife. As we look to the future, Tsekedi's story reminds us that the battle for preservation is not just about protecting species, but also about maintaining the connection with nature and the values it represents. His legend will continue to echo, inspiring generations to fight for the majesty and freedom of the kings of the savanna. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's simple, quick, and helps us keep bringing you amazing content.